It's week 9 of the National Football League.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
On third down, Gaines. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. In motion right comes Matthews. Back to throw now on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 104 yards, and a score as well.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gaines trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Peterson. And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Look. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Peterson from the gun, he'll throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
And Shark goes in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
They'll run on 1st down. Gaines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The Shark goes in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And his kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Up the middle they go. Swain stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Browns to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Peterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving 1st quarter. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Peterson.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 6. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Peterson now, operating from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They'll try the left side. Gaines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Peterson.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Chiefs' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Peterson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Back to throw again.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st down, Gaines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. Peterson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gaines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Peterson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Dillon is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Peterson. And this is caught.
Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Up the middle they go. Swain. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. Gaines. Nowhere to go that time. They maybe got a yard up to the 40. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. 31 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. Cleveland offense making their way out. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Peterson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Peterson. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where it was the Seahawks who were able to get the victory at home. DK Metcalf, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Saints locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Aiden O'Connell, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just one game coming in. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game, start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Greg Newsome on the coverage defensively.
Now a handoff up the middle. Swain, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mahomes going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here.
A 51-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Sharks got it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Browns getting set to go. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 11. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Peterson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swain. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now Mahomes. Fighting to stay upright. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the Browns' 27-yard line.
Swain.
3rd and 2.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Alex Anzalone charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll try the left side. Swain. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Butker's kick here is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Gaines. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Peterson.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. Operating from the gun. Peterson forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They'll try the left side. Gains. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun, I'm there, and now fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Peterson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Back to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Travis Kelce taking it in. And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now throw right side, taken in by the tight end Gray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
13 more yards.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. He was defended by Martin Emerson.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here now, 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They run the counter. Gaines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Peterson. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 23-20. A little over a minute to go. Now their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Mahomes to throw it. And that's complete to Brown. An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came. They saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed.